U.S. Attorney was not able to go into specific details about the human trafficking investigations that are underway right now across our area here in the Western District of Arkansas. He says oftentimes it can take 2 years or longer for a case to ever go to court. And the person you're about to see says at times she thought her only option was to sell herself for sex.
The first time I ever exchanged sex for money, I was 17, right here in my hometown.
Keisha Phillips worked 22 years as an escort in Northwest Arkansas. This is the picture she used for her first online advertisement. Phillips says as a teen, it was easy to give into the temptations of money.
And I was like, I kind of want that. I want those things. Little did I know what I was going to get ready to have to do to get those things. It got very dark. There was lots of encounters where I saw the red flags, and I pushed through it anyway and ignored them, and got caught up in several rapes and being forced.
Phillips says she was first trafficked for sex by her brother-in-law and then by her best friend.
My sister met a man that was 20 years older than her, and when she was 16. And he groomed her and married her when she was 18. Eventually we moved back to Fayetteville and started escort services here. And I worked for my sister and my brother-in-law for several years, and then my best friend opened one. We were working together at first, but after a little while she stopped working and I kept working, but she kept collecting the money.
This is Phillips a few days before she was arrested for the last time, more than 9 years ago, when she went to prison for drug possession and distribution charges.
The whole time I was being trafficked, I thought these were the choices, that I made, that I wasn't, nobody put a gun to my head. I was selling drugs to supply my habit. I was brought up in a Christian home. I knew the things that I was doing was wrong, but the shame was already there. We searched federal court cases from Northwest Arkansas to here in Fort Smith and even down in Texarkana. And during the past 5 years, we only found one person convicted of sex trafficking. We did not find any human trafficking convictions. We asked the U.S. Attorney about it.
There are so many obstacles to developing a human trafficking case and actually getting it across the finish line into a courtroom. You're also left with the question of, are we going to have a victim who actually shows up to court, who actually continues to cooperate with the police and with the prosecutors, and who will actually testify against this trafficker, again, that they've learned and been conditioned to be wholly dependent on.
Clay Folks is the United States Attorney for the Western District of Arkansas and its 34 counties. He says charges that might carry more penalties and be easier to prove, like fraud or money laundering, are often used in human trafficking related cases. Folks says right now his office is investigating more human trafficking cases involving forced labor than for sex trafficking.
Where a person is brought into the United States, smuggled here illegally, and forced to work in a job here in the United States to pay back their trafficker. There are 2 Fortune 100 companies that make their headquarters in the Western District of Arkansas. And as a result of that, the poultry industry, the agriculture industry, and the retail industry, they have skyrocketed in Western Arkansas, which provides lots of opportunities for labor trafficking. And in looking at our open investigations, obviously, I can't comment on the facts of any of our open investigations, but we have several of them going now, and most of them are in the area of labor trafficking.
This is a huge hub. You're in Northwest Arkansas.
Phillips has been sober and out of the sex business for more than 9 years since leaving prison. Now, she helps other survivors in our area. You're open about sharing your story.
Yes, I'm very transparent.
Because?
Because God saved me. For me, it is giving other women courage to speak up and be their own voice. That's so much more empowering than speaking for somebody.
We have to learn to see human trafficking victims not as criminals, but as victims of a greater criminal enterprise.
The more that people know about it and the more that is exposed, the more people are aware and can help prevent these things happening to their children, to their sisters, to their mothers.
And there are numerous local nonprofit organizations across Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley that help human trafficking victims. You can call the national helpline numbers that you're about to see, and they'll get you connected to the one nearest you. Live in Fort Smith, Brett Rains, 4029 News.
So Brett just mentioned you can call the Homeland Security tip line to report suspected human trafficking. If you need help, you can call or text the National Human Trafficking Hotline anytime. You can also find those numbers on our website, 4029tv.com.